Hey guys, it's Steve with the Montana Musings Outdoor Channel, and once again, it's time for episode 18, I think now, of the 6/8 Western Full Auto Podcast. Let's do that again. Hey guys, it's Steve with Montana Musings Outdoor Channel, and once again, it is time for the 18th episode of the 6/8 Western Full Auto Podcast. So, got a few things to talk about in this podcast that are definitely related to 6/8 Western. So, um, I've had a couple guys, one guy from Wyoming that I'm hoping to get connected up with to tell us about his aoudad hunt in Texas. Uh, Eric, if you're watching this, we got to get together. So, um, and he can also tell a little bit of a story about his Seekins too, probably. So, anyway, I haven't had any issues with mine. I did get out. I did get out to the range this week. If you haven't seen the video, maybe I'll just try to put a link in there, or just go search it. It was just yesterday, so is when it got uploaded. But so I had loaded up the 155 LRXs because that's what I want to use this year for elk hunting, and I had loaded them up to 66.8 grains, and they were going 3,057 feet per second. And I thought, well, I'm going to load up some more anyway. So I just thought, well, I'll bump them up a couple tenths and see what they do. So um, they actually, the velocities was like only 6 feet per second more on average. They were 3,063. The SD was 12.7 and the ES was 37.4. I guess that's not bad for hunting rounds. It wouldn't be what I'm searching for match ammunition, but that's not bad, especially for these copper bullets. I think that's the load I'm definitely going to go with. According to I can go up another 2/10, and I'm using ADG brass, and it doesn't show any sign of pressure at all at 67 grains of Mag Pro. So I think that's definitely the one I'm going to go with. I'll probably load some more of those up. The 165 ABLRs, I had loaded up. The book says 65.3 max, I believe. So I did those and shot them earlier, and they were 29.62 on average, and they shot right around an inch. And so I loaded these up. They might have been slightly over an inch if I remember right, but not much. These I loaded up with 65.5 grains of Mag Pro, and so that's 2/10 more, and my average was 29.55. The SD was 17.7, and the ES was 43.3. Not great. I loaded up 65.7, and they averaged 29.61, and the SD was 9.4, and the ES was 23. So the numbers were good. I'm happy with those numbers, but it's kind of, I know I showed you, if you watch the video, my first shot was right here, and the next two were touching. So I'll have to shoot this some more to really see what's going on, if this was me or what, because those really aren't too bad numbers. So it might be something I look at. This group was the first one of 65.5. It measured right at an inch, and this was 1.5 inches here with this little kind of a flyer up here, but and this measured 9/16 with the 155s. And the first time I shot those with the 66.8, they averaged 15/16. So this yesterday, whether it was me or what, or just this load, shot a little better. So I'm definitely going to go with these. I just got to get zeroed. I was aiming right here, and so I need to come over probably 3 clicks and down maybe 2 clicks. So we should be zeroed perfectly then. But so anyway, that's what happened with my session yesterday. And I don't know if you guys, I just saw this I don't know how long it's been out, but I just saw an ad on Instagram about Barnes producing the reserve line, and the MSRP on these is $99.99 for 20 rounds, which is absolutely ridiculous. But at least somebody's making some, and this is all hand loaded. So it'd be similar to if you were buying from Choice Ammunition in Montana here. They're out of Victor. That stuff is all hand loaded as well, and it's much cheaper than this stuff. So, but I'm just glad that a major manufacturer, and this is MSRP. I'm sure it'll be cheaper in the store as it usually is. But I think Choice is maybe around $69 if I remember right. So, which is still plenty, but if it's really good ammunition and you're not out shooting all the time like I am, just sending money down range, that stuff would work really good for you. So I would recommend checking into Choice. But I am really happy that these guys, if you've seen the ad, they're talking about this reserve, and guys, a spoiler alert, we're not making any for the 6.8 Western. And of course they said fake news. So, and I go on their website and sure as heck it's there. So I was going to try to see if they have any information on what they are projecting this to, but I don't see anything for, here we go, ballistics. Let's check this out. So velocity at the muzzle is 2960. Energy is 3016, and trajectory is 1.4 inches high at 100 if you zeroed at 200. So they do have that info there. So that is, and that's for the 155 LRXs. That's what they're all using LRXs and all the reserve. So my loads are actually going 100 feet per second faster than these guys are. So there you go, hand loaders. We are better. But anyway, so I just thought I'd bring that to your attention. If you're somebody who doesn't hand load and you're looking for some quality ammunition, I would look for this stuff. Maybe see if I don't know if you have to order it at that price. Yeah. Anyway, check into Choice Ammunition otherwise. So, but that's what we got for that. I did use that Vortex scope out there on the range yesterday, and so I was able to shoot my footage down range with that, and was able to see pretty good, the hits and everything. So I like that, and it's so much smaller and not so clunky to lug around and all that kind of stuff. So, and I have a Vanguard. There's so many digiscoping companies out there, all in Magview. There's probably 10 or 15 outfits out there that are touting their stuff, but I just got an old Vanguard that has an adjustable clip-on system, so it'll fit your binocular, it'll fit your spotting, any size spotting scope, and you just kind of like a phone holder on it, so you just get it lined up, and once you get it lined up, you don't have to move anything. You just pop your phone on there and clamp it in, and you're good. So it's a little clunkier, but it was only $55. I think I got it for Christmas, and he got it at Sportsman's Warehouse, I believe. So if you're new to it and you don't want to spend a lot of money, I think the mag views are a couple $100. I don't know what these all-in ones are. There's a lot of guys pushing that stuff right now, and it is pretty cool. It's self-centering, all that kind of stuff. But you got to have a separate case. I don't have to have any of that kind of stuff, so I don't mind my system. It's pretty good. But and then the other thing too, which I got to talk about because it's just so damn fun, is we had the Windy 2 PRS shoot in North Cut Bank, and if you've seen that video, if you haven't, go scroll through my videos. It's not too far back because it just happened, and or I'll see if I can remember to put a link in the description. But that was a lot of fun, and of course this is my third match, and I have so many things to learn. especially for an older person. As you get older, you start, your eyesight's not as good. You're not as limber, like getting down into position, all that kind of stuff. So, and it's timed, so all of those things matter. And um, so the guy who put this on was actually talking about having an extra 30 seconds for over a certain age group or beginners, which I'm both. So, and I think that would have helped tremendously because um, we had a great group of guys, and so when I got done, if I got timed out after a couple of targets, and they would just let me go ahead and finish out, and I was able, once I got set up and was able to see everything, and I was actually able to hit the far out targets without any trouble with that little 6 arc. So, um, and I was shooting the 108 match ELDMs, and they were going about 26-20, and and they don't have to be that fast. It helped, like on that 1900-yard one. That thing goes probably transonic at 1100, maybe at 2600. I'm just guessing, maybe 1200 they say, but so it's just kind of flailing around in the wind at 1900. So yeah, I don't think it's meant for that. But so that also brings up another point, because I was able to pick up a barrel from a friend who, Grant, who I shoot with a lot and stuff. He had a spare barrel, and he says, "Do you want it?" And I said, "Well, sure." And it's a 6 millimeter, so I'm going to have that thing chambered in 6 GT, and have a new stock and all that kind of fun stuff. And the guy has a Solus Action available that'll save me some money. So I'm going to have that built up and be ready for next spring. So if I'm still taking on air next spring, that thing's going to be firing some lead. So 6 GT is going to be going 200 feet per second faster, I would guess, something on that order, maybe more. So it's going to be able to get out to those 14, 18, 1900-yard targets that some of these shoots have. So a little easier anyway. Whether I hit it or not, that's another thing. But at least it has the horsepower to get there a little better. So that'll be a lot of fun. So 6 GT, that's kind of a big deal these days. And Hornady is making ammo for it. But there's the 6 GT. I looked, and there's where in the heck was I looking? Might have been Powder Valley or something. But they had Peterson brass, and they also had another one. Oh, I think it might have been Alpha. And but that stuff's pretty expensive. The Peterson brass wasn't crazy expensive. So and it's good brass. It's a good thing to start out with anyway. So probably pick up some of that. And I've already got a bunch of 107s. I'd like to go up to the 109s. That seems to be what a lot of folks are using. So there's 109s that Hornady makes, the match, and Berger also makes 109s. And there's also match burner 112 match burners. There's even a 115 out there. So, but that we'll have to just see if something that heavy, it flies good, and it's going 27, maybe 2700. It still wouldn't be too bad. I don't know. It's just something to play around with. It's what you're always doing. So anyway, that's all speculation on my part. So I have no idea until I get it out and start doing some load development and shooting. So, but let's see what else. I did finally get connected up with Trina, and we are going to kind of do a pre-record when we can get together, which we've got that date set up, and then I'll have that uploaded up, probably on the episode 19 coming up. So we'll have that to look at, and sometime down the road, probably after harvest is over, that young man that I was telling you about that won that 6.8 Western in the, I think it's X-Bolt. It's not the X-Bolt 2, but he's had some good luck with it, and we're going to talk about it. And he's got, like I was saying in my previous video, he's got I can't even remember what the name of it is, but I think it's made in Canada. And it's an amazing scope apparently, and so it'll be kind of fun to. Hopefully, he'll be able to bring that, and we can have a look at it. He can talk about it. So that's coming up. Oh, maybe in a month or so, I'm guessing. So unless he can get away, um, but so that's it. 6.8 Western. Get out and buy one. Um, if and really, if you want to help out the channel, I would really appreciate it. I think there's a thanks button. I don't even know how all this stuff works. Thanks button, and I don't know. Hit the join button or something. But I could sure use the support. All of this stuff costs a lot of money, and I'm going to have to really scrimp to get that 6GT, but it's going to happen. So anyway, that's what I got for you in this episode 18 of the 6.8 Western Full Auto Podcast, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.